Hello, Ivana Chubbuck. It is such an honor to meet you. I am Jessica with Media Tea with JB. Let's start from the beginning. How would you define cathartic realism? Because we are here tonight celebrating this brand new genre.
Well, this genre is a bit of a taking to the next level the technique that I've created, the Chubbuck Technique, which is to be able to take your pain and your insecurities and fears and find a way to use it to fuel your ability to overcome and win whatever trauma or issues that you have. So she came up with the idea of cathartic realism from a place of a girl in my class that was raped and kidnapped, and she was this was her, you know, the whole time that she would be in class, and she could never see you. She's crying all the time, and so I said, you need to use this trauma and use it in your work to say, I'm not going to let the rapist win. I am going to make me be a survivor. I'm going to be stronger because of all this, and I am going to be empowered by my journey, as opposed to being destroyed and defeated and self-destructive by my journey. And so it was time for her to make a reel. And so she wrote something, and I said, you know, so much of this is kind of like your experience, but it's not real, it's not authentic. Why don't you just write your experience and make it so that there's some sort of a thing that happens, and you end up being empowered by this, like what we've been doing in class. And Claire, she wrote this, and then Claire, saw that this was happening, and she said, I want to direct this and rewrite it with Sophia, and they did, and it ended up being something that, because of this experience, Sophia ended up becoming very emboldened, being very somebody who is very strong, a strong woman, and she was not. She was so hurt by the experience, and then all of a sudden it became different from doing this movie. So Claire said, maybe I should keep doing this, and doing this for other people, and taking their stories that have traumatized them, and using it to find a way to overcome and find some version of catharsis or resolution, or resolution. And that's how it all began. And so it's really an important genre, because it's not just for the person that the story is about, because trauma is very, it's the same all over the world. I do workshops all over the world. And whether it's in the Asian countries, or Australia, or South America, or UK, or whatever culture that you come from, everybody has the same trauma. Everybody has the same insecurities and fears, and so we want to be able to take one person's journey that this genre helps people find their own, the individual whose story this is about. Not only do they have catharsis, but the people who relate to that particular trauma, which will be very universal all over the planet, is going to be also finding catharsis too. So it does not just affect one person, it affects millions of people. Very exciting.
I mean, how proud of you must be of your daughter, Claire Chubbuck, for creating this genre, for realizing the healing power of cathartic realism. I mean, you have tweeted that pain is power, and that you teach this in your technique. Can you elaborate a little bit more on how really diving in deep can actually be a very healing process for people?
Well, what most people take is trauma or their pain or hurt, and they have shame from it, or they self-destruct from it, or they get defeated by it. And so the healing process is saying, being able to talk about it, is being able to say with pride that I am not only a survivor, but I'm a more powerful person because of it. And so it's like, I was talking to someone, I can't say who it is, but he's a very big star, because I can't tell their secret.
It's okay. We'll take your word.
But this person was saying he wouldn't be the actor he is if it wasn't for all the trauma that happened in his life, because he used his acting to be able to overcome and win with it. So great actors have been doing this for a while, but now creating a genre around it that will also create the power of your pain. Because it's such a strong fuel to be able to use the very things that can destroy you, can also construct. So you could destruct or you can construct, and it's like it's the same thing. It's yin and yang. It's a choice. It's a choice that people have to make. I will either be destroyed by it or I will be empowered by it.
So then let me ask you this. Because Claire created this, and it's cathartic realism, and it's honestly empowering the survivors and giving them healing, where do you see the future of acting with this? Do you think actors will become more in depth with their roles, maybe more connected? Where do you see the future with cathartic realism?
Well, the thing is, I've been doing this for 40 years, so I've already been doing this with people. And people have won a lot of nice awards all over the world using it. It's just now it's a film genre. So we're taking it to the next level of saying, okay, it's not just me, the personal reality between one-on-one with actor to coach, but it's now a concept about filmmaking and a genre that more people can understand this is what it is, and it's defined by its title. So people say, this is a cathartic realism piece, then I know I'm going to find some kind of healing from watching something that comes from this genre. So it's just taking things, it's like, it's evolving. It's about evolvement.
I love that this genre, for the viewers themselves, they realize they're not alone, that there's somebody else going through the same stuff.
Yes. That's the main point. You are not alone, because everybody feels so alone in their pain, and they're not. And this will help them not be so alone, but that's very astute.
Thank you, Ivana, for taking the time to speak with me today.
Absolutely.
Have a good one.